Hey, Rico. Tonight, we're talking about farm animals as part of our Animals Investigation Unit. For years, animal rights organizations have been going undercover to expose horrifying abuse on factory farms. We're going to show you some disturbing video, but bear witness for a second because it's so important. It's this kind of video that has led to big changes in how factory farms are doing business. Back in 2008, the Humane Society of the United States released this video of diseased downer cows, too sick to walk, being used for commercial beef at a California slaughterhouse. This horrifying expose led to the largest beef recall in U.S. history. Last year, Humane Society footage led several fast food chains to vow not to buy pork from farms that house these pigs in gestation crates, where they're kept in crates virtually the size of their own bodies for the whole lives. Now, several states are introducing legislations that will ban these undercover investigations. Take a look at this map. We've reached out to these states for comment, but we're still waiting to hear back. Straight out to my very special guest, Humane Society spokesperson Paul Shapiro. These exposés are the main reason, the main method for exposing factory farm abuse. Why do you think all of these states are suddenly trying to silence whistleblowers who go undercover to expose what is happening to these animals who cannot speak for themselves?
Jane, I couldn't agree with you more. And the short answer is that they're doing it at the behest of the meat industry, because undercover investigations by the Humane Society of the U.S. and other groups have consistently found chickens languishing in tiny, cramped, and filthy cages, pigs being ruthlessly beaten, and other abuses in the meat industry. These investigations have resulted in criminal animal cruelty convictions, meat recalls, and more. And the industry's response to these investigations has not been to try to prevent the abuses and the food safety problems from occurring, but rather simply to try to prevent the American people from simply finding out about those abuses in the first place. Animal agribusiness wants to keep Americans in the dark, and these whistleblower suppression bills are its way of trying to do that.
Indeed, most Americans don't know that pigs are kept in gestation crates just larger than the size of their bodies, never able to turn around. And look at the conditions of these hens. We certainly never hear about these companies reporting abuses of their own. There's proactively saying, oh, we have discovered abuse on our own farms. So if these undercover investigations stop, who is going to regulate the treatment of these animals that have just as much feeling as little Rico here? In 2011, undercover footage from Mercy for Animals, another great organization, exposed cruelty at Sparbo Egg Farm, which is the 5th largest egg supplier in the country at the time. That video inspired customers like McDonald's and Target to stop doing business with Sparbo. Since their practices were exposed, Sparbo has set up a task force to investigate their operations and has vowed to improve the treatment of animals. Paul, what should Americans do if they want to get involved?
Jane, states like New Hampshire, Wyoming, and Indiana are right now considering bills to criminalize these investigations, again, at the behest of the meat industry. And can you blame them? Can you blame the meat industry? I mean, if your routine course of business
I can.
was taking pigs,
I think that you change how you're doing business. Americans are decent people, and they want change.